There was once a time back in the day to where being responsible actually, meant something, you know what I mean? And being responsible, doing the right thing actually got you some really good progress in society. But now it seems like America has made being responsible feel completely, I mean, completely pointless. Like it doesn't make any sense to try and be a good person anymore. What do I mean by this? You can work full time at multiple jobs, pay your bills, stay out of debt, cook at home, save whatever you can, right? Even if you are saving, right? And somehow one rent increase, car repair, medical bill, it can erase months of progress that you have made. And at some point, you're going to start asking yourself, what exactly, am I being responsible for here? I think people are not frustrated because, they refuse to be responsible out here. Hell, I think, that's one of the beautiful parts about life, and it gives us a sense of purpose and pursuit. But we are frustrated because responsibility no longer seems to guarantee anything anymore, especially stability. Like, what are we doing here? For years, guys, people have been told that financial stability was basically a formula to a better life. That formula was getting a job, working hard, spend less than what you make, save your money, build your credit up, discipline, 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 and your life will get better. But there are people out here today that I know personally, that I'm sure that you know as well, that are doing every single one of those things right now, and they are moving backwards, right? They're not even standing still. They are losing. They are moving backwards out here.
And I feel like I can't win, guy. Even though I play it by the book, I'm still on the losing side. I did the college thing. I went for mechanical engineering, even got an apprenticeship. COVID hit, fired me on spot, threw me back in the water. I worked at Target, ended up getting a CDL. Got in the truck, and inflation hit. Gas went up. The worst time possible hit. Don't get to see none of the good money. It feel like every time I get up, I pick myself up, they find a way to go push me right back down. I played it right. Why am I still fighting like I did everything wrong? Is this how it's supposed to be? Is this how it's always been? What's the point of all this? What's the point of following all the rules and doing it by the book if in the end you're gonna end up in the same spot as somebody who didn't even try?
Living in America is exhausting. You wake up tired, you go to work tired, you come home barely surviving, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, come home, and you're still fucking broke. Every single month, rent's due, rent is through the roof, groceries are double what they used to be just 2 years ago. You go to the gas pump to fill up your car, and it's like you paid another car note. Everything, and I mean everything, is up in price. But your paycheck, still the same. And once inflation gets done with it, it's probably even a little less. Yet somehow, they keep telling us, just budget a little bit more. Just work a little bit harder. Like, I'm sorry, how many jobs do I need now? 4? 5? 7? That's not living. That's barely surviving.
How is everybody making ends meet in America right now? I cannot be the only person who is breaking even or who's probably even in the negative, and I make six figures. I make $115,000 a year. I just wrote down all of my bills and all of my expenses, and I'm basically coming out even if nothing, and that's no emergencies or nothing like that. If there's any emergencies or anything like that, I'm coming out in the negative at 115K. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Cell phone, $190. Capital One credit card, $300. Water bill, $85. Xfinity, $62. Southwest, $145. Gas, $57. ComEd, $175. Student loans, $225. Daycare, $1,000. Gas for the car, $75 a week. Groceries, $1,000 a month. Rent, $2,800 a month. After all those expenses I just named, That comes out to $6,339 a month. I only earn $6,600 a month after taxes. So that gives me a total of $261 remaining every month. And that's if there's no emergencies, no medical emergencies, no car breakdowns, or anything like that. Not to mention, there ain't no vacations in there. There's no leisure activities in there. Just want to go out and have fun. None of that is factored into that. You factor all of that, you factor any of that other stuff in, and I am well in the negative. And this is not a huge list of expenses. Am I the only person? Talk to me. Who else is going through this right now? I know we're all going through it right now, but at six figures, this is insane in this country. I'm truly at a loss for words. What America has become, what America is right now. I don't know how long we can survive like this. This is not sustainable. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Can we all just admit that having a good job does not mean you're financially stable anymore? Like, I don't think that most families have an income problem. I think we just have a cost of living problem, like groceries, daycare, mortgage, car payments, astronomical. It is out of control. I think people now are making more than ever before, but our cost of living has gone up so much and our income just hasn't kept up with it. And the hardest part isn't even the bills. It's like the guilt that comes with having to say no to your kids for a vacation. Just that pit that you get when you have to look at your account before you swipe your card to do groceries, that feeling just sucks. A feeling of working so hard and yet you always feel like you're behind, it is just something that I'm not okay with anymore. That's why I'm learning how to build another income stream, not because I hate my job. I actually love my job, but because I love my family more than I'm willing to just stay stuck. I'm very publicly going on this journey. If you want to come along with me, you can go ahead and follow. Even if I feel cringe or embarrassed, I am going to do this and there is no one that can tell me no.
I've been dying to talk about this since it was released. So there's a Wall Street portfolio manager named Michael Green who predicted that for a family of four, the gross poverty line is actually $140,000, which is nearly double of what the federal government has been pushing out, which has been between $32,000 and $33,000 for a family of four. And I don't know about you guys, but growing up in the early 2000s, I was under the assumption that coming from a family of five with one working parent, that a six-figure salary was going to be enough to provide and support your family, but not only provide and support the basic necessities, but enough to also enrich their lives in a healthy way too. And now I live in one of the most expensive cities in the world, New York City, with my partner on two different salaries, and we can barely afford to stand on our own feet. We can barely afford to buy groceries. We can't buy our own place, we have to rent. So I'm just wondering where this disconnect is from the federal government in actual lived experience versus the data that they're pushing out.
And this might be the most exhausting part of it all, right? Because let's say that you finally save up a little bit of money. You start feeling good about yourself. You start getting a little bit of confidence and stuff. And maybe you get, let's say, $1,000 saved up, maybe even 2,000. And then your car starts to make a noise that you're not really used to hearing. Or, one of the lights on the dash comes up and you don't recognize that light. Instantly, your emergency fund is gone. And technically, the emergency fund did do its job. Like that's what it was for. But emotionally speaking, it feels like you just spent 6 months climbing a mountain just to slide all the way back down. And this is exactly why people are losing motivation and the will to try and do the right thing out here. It's not because saving up money is pointless, but psychologically speaking, it is brutal when every bit of progress just seems temporary. You save money, all of a sudden life comes in and just takes it instantly. And then you try to rebuild, then something else is going to break apart. You rebuild again. And then after a while, financial responsibility starts to feel less like building wealth and more like constantly just trying to repair the damage. And that is when people start questioning the bigger promise that they were sold. Because if discipline truly only keeps you from drowning, then do you like when do you actually get to move forward.
Finally used my emergency fund 2 weeks ago. Our AC and furnace were dead and we had to replace it. It cost 10 grand. So I used my entire emergency fund that I've been saving up since December 24 when I paid off debt to start over again, which, I mean, it happens. This is life, and that's what the emergency fund is for. Kind of going into like what I want to do, and the first part is that May for me is a 3 paycheck month. I don't know if other people do this, but this is kind of what I do. In addition to saving a little bit this month with my regular paychecks, usually on my 3rd paycheck month, I take about enough out for groceries, for gas, and a little extra for miscellaneous things, and still a little bit to eat out. And then the majority of the paycheck I put right into savings to kind of buff up my emergency fund. I'll also continue to work overtime so that I can refill my account and get it back to the $10,000. I'm gonna say my goal is to do it by July, May, June, July, 3 months. If not, if it takes 4 or 5 months, I'm okay with that. But I really try and give myself target dates for goals like this, because otherwise I find I just don't meet the goals.
I spent $2,000 this past week on car repairs and car maintenance. And I can't lie, y'all. I am very transparent about my money journey, and I felt that. Like, I feel it. Like, it almost feels deadly as I'm still trying to climb the ladder, as I'm still trying to build wealth. It's like I can't afford to take a $2,000 hit for maintenance on a car. This is the part that a lot of people don't talk about, is building wealth when you do not have a safety net. It literally feels deadly. It feels exhausting. It feels like you're just basically in a rat wheel. Or it feels like you're in a hamster wheel. Like, you're constantly running, trying to get out. But you're not really making too much progress because life happens. And life happens because you don't have safety nets in place. So I'm over here reconsidering, like, I might have to, very soon, I'm going to have to change how I'm investing, because I need to put systems in place to catch me when things like this come up, or to anticipate car maintenance and car repairs in life, medical expenses. Like, I need the extra cushion, and I don't have it. So I feel like whenever something happens, like, I feel it.
Just found out that I have to use my emergency fund.
I found this on the web.
Shut up, Siri. That money was supposed to sit and look pretty in my account, not actually be spent. What the hell?
Not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to build emergency funds when every day is an emergency. Outside costs $100 a day at the minimum. $100 is an adult dollar.
And this is where I think that the problem starts to become bigger than money, okay? Because people are out here being told to sacrifice today for a future that keeps getting pushed further away. Hell, that future may not even be real anymore. They are telling you to not travel yet, to not buy anything fun, don't move out, don't start a family, don't take the time off. Just keep grinding, and eventually, you're going to reap what you sow. And I think that is a dangerous point for people to get to nowadays, because once somebody stops believing that sacrifice will actually lead them somewhere, then the entire system shuts down and it will stop motivating the people. I hear the questions all the time, like, why chase the promotion if every raise just disappears into a higher expense? Why delay every enjoyable part of your life if stability just keeps moving further away? Like at that point, like, if you can't even save your way into like buying that house, or making those big financial milestones, doesn't it just make sense to just spend it anyways, since you really can't, like you already can't buy a house anyway? Like, we might as well have fun while we're here, right? And I'm not talking about like just like blowing your paycheck and ignoring the future. I'm not saying that at all. But the point is that people need to feel like the responsibility is actually creating progress for them. And I think there really has to be something between spending recklessly and spending your entire future afraid to enjoy anything. People want to save money, okay? They want the security and they want to own something. They want a future at the end of the day, but they also want proof that all of the discipline is actually leading them somewhere. Okay. We want to see a light at the end of the tunnel. And for a lot of people, it's complete darkness out here. Being responsible still leaves you exhausted, and people are eventually going to question this deal.
It's extremely annoying having more money in the future than I do right now. I'm sick of savings accounts. I'm sick of my money going into places to invest in the future. Because I'm broke right now, bitch. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want both. I want to invest in my future and I want to go shopping. That's what really blows me. And my best friend, she's always on my ass. Because she's like, don't buy new clothes. Bitch, you have no idea how much money I don't spend, actually. Like, how much money I could totally spend that is going into savings accounts. Like, you don't even know. She be talking about don't buy clothes. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I could have taken my son's fucking college education and spent it at the Coach store that she wants to fucking go to. She's talking about let's go to Coach. Okay, so you want me to shop. Like, why do you lie? You blow me on that shit. I hate when she does that.
I am so far past caring about saving money. I just don't care. Like, the world could blow up tomorrow, hopefully. And you want me to stress about a construct? Like, at some point in human history, some guy just made up money and credit cards, and you want me to stress about that? It's not even real. And then every time I'm like, maybe I should lock in, maybe I should stop spending money, something huge happens. Like, today I took my car in, need new tires, $2,000. Who cares? It's not even real money. I don't care. Put it on a credit card and put the $250 perfume that I want on my credit card too. I don't care. The old me would have been like, oh my God, $2,000, what am I gonna do? Now I really, really, truly don't care. Our generation's kind of fucked anyway from the boomers. I'm not gonna buy a house. What the fuck am I saving for? Why would I forego my current happiness for the fake promise of if you save your money, you can retire at 65? I'm not retiring. I'll probably die before then.
I think that one of the most frustrating things for me, and I think for a lot of people in this current time that we're living in, is feeling like a failure when we really shouldn't have to feel like a failure. Like, I went to college, I got my master's degree, I got a good job after college. Why am I having to worry about essential things like paying rent, paying for food, paying for clothes, paying for gas, let alone thinking about buying a house or supporting a family? Like, that feels impossible to me today, when someone in my position 10 to 15 years ago would feel so comfortable and wouldn't have to worry about the next paycheck and would be living like in a perfectly comfortable life. It's so extremely frustrating. Like, I have the job and I still like can barely afford to do things for myself that I want to do. I'm always thinking about the next paycheck that's coming in and what I have to pay for. And then I think about the people who aren't in my position and maybe don't have a job and maybe have families and how much they must be struggling right now. And it's extremely unfair. Like, I can't believe that this is the time that we're living in. This is like what I hoped for in my life. I hope to have a job like this, and it's not supporting a comfortable life for me. And I feel like a failure.
Bro, like, I don't think you guys understand how much I fucking hate how money limits what I'm able to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Esa madre me caga, güey. And it's like, this year I have goals that I really want to accomplish, right? But it's like the budgeting is like throwing me off so bad, bro. Like, why is it so hard for me to have everything all at once? But for some random ass motherfucker, so easy. You know what I'm saying? Esa madre me caga, güey. That's fucking insane. Every year in Mexico, they do a fucking atascadero, way, and I bought a 4-wheeler to take it this year, bro. But I want to buy a fucking truck so that when I go to Mexico, I don't gotta ask anyone anything. You know what I'm saying? I just want to pull up y yo solo irme en mi troca, güey, donde yo quiera ir con quien yo quiera. You know what I'm saying? The atascadero is in 2 months, brody. That's enough time for me to buy the fucking truck. But it's either I buy the truck or I buy the 4-wheeler. My fault. Send the 4-wheeler. Why can't I just do both? Why? Porque no puedo, güey. And it's like the atascaderos mean so much to me, gang. Because like we would go every year, and everyone would always get in that fucking mud pit. And when we would get in, it was con cosa ajena, güey. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit didn't even feel right, bro. I want to go in with my own shit, bro. But in May, I want to go to Mexico for 3 weeks. And I want to travel. I want to go out and conocer Mexico, güey. You know what I'm saying? Not asking, no, I don't want to ask anyone for shit, bro. ¿Por qué, güey? Why can I not have everything like this, buddy? But
how the hell we supposed to retire? Because my whole damn check goes to gas, groceries, daycare, and my damn utilities. And my whole check is gone. How the hell am I supposed to retire when the prices look like this? I'm supposed to work until I die? In the older generation, they had it easy. They really did have it easy because at least you could retire. And you didn't even work, your husband worked, you got to stay home with your kids. Somebody need to save us because there is no way we about to retire at the ripe age of 60 motherfucking 5. We not. We're going to be working till we 98. You know, we're still probably going to be in debt. What happened to the American dream? It turned into the American scheme. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. I want to scream. Ah! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm tired of this shit. The way these gas prices are, we're going to be sitting at home.
And at the end of the day, guys, people are not choosing a life with zero consequences, okay? I think life only gets harder and you eventually just, have to become stronger with it. We are asking for responsibility to actually mean something to us, okay? If somebody works hard and lives within their means, saves their money, and makes the smart decisions, they should eventually feel more secure than they did 5 years ago. That is not the case in today's society. This is the promise that people have believed in for decades. But when doing everything right only keeps you barely above water, discipline will start to feel less like progress and more like punishment out here. And honestly, that might be one of the biggest problems that America has right now. People are not tired of being responsible. They are tired of being responsible without ever getting a reward from it.